Now, I've talked about this in the past many times about the difference between the PlayStation and the Xbox. And the thing is, there are loyal PlayStation fans and there are loyal Xbox fans. And I kind of understand from that, because if you love something, you love something. And I get that. I'm not a gamer, so the loyalty for me kind of isn't really there when it comes to like a platform. I'm more of an entertainer, I'm a content creator, so for me it's more about where can I get the most content out of and which platform has the most content. So that's pretty much where I kind of direct my attention in terms of what console I'm gonna get and how is it gonna affect me and my channel and stuff like that, because gaming is a huge part of not only my channel but a part of my life. I play games to enjoy myself, to relax stuff, so it's no surprise that gaming is a core factor of my channel. And one of the reasons why 90% of what you see on the channel is just gaming right now is because between me going to work, the only other thing that I do is play video games and spend time with my family. And I'm not going to be vlogging me spending time with my family, but I will be I will let people see me playing games, and that's what I do. So the thing is, coming in the future right now, when it comes to which next gen console is going to be the console, especially for a person like me, right? It all comes down to a few things. The first thing being the price point of that console. How expensive is it? Is it gonna be, because like PlayStation, you were looking at like maybe somewhere around 50,000 Jamaican dollars, somewhere there. Now with the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, you're looking at some ridiculous prices. We're talking about, we haven't even got price points yet, but I'm thinking we're gonna be looking at some prices like maybe say 75,000, 85,000. Even $95,000 for prices for these systems. And if we honestly get these prices for systems, it's gonna turn a lot of people from these systems, and people are gonna buy it regardless because it's a next gen system. There are games on it that you want to play. There are games on it that you want to play with your friends. You want to be in that cool crowd. You want to take those Instagram pictures, have them up. So I kind of understand that, where people are coming from with the whole, this is going to be the next new thing, and I definitely need this new thing in order to make myself feel like a real gamer. But the difference with me is as I said, it depends. It depends on the price. If it's too expensive, I'm going for the cheaper one, hands down. Unless the second condition is met now, where say for example the PlayStation 5, and I think this is where the PlayStation 5 might have the edge over the Xbox Series X. If Microsoft doesn't find some way to get the ability to stream directly to Twitch and the ability to stream directly to YouTube on the Xbox Series X, they're gonna have some serious problems. Yes, I know Ninja just moved to Mixer, and Mixer is kind of growing right now as a platform. Even though it might seem as if it's not growing, Mixer is actually growing pretty darn well, considering, because Ninja is streaming there. You go there, you can see people doing like cycling games, and they have a huge audience. They have like thousands of audience. If you're on Mixer right now and you're streaming, if you're streaming something, anything that you can potentially get an audience from, or people actually want to see, you can get a sizable community growing there. So it's not a bad time to be a Mixer streamer. It's a really good time to be a Mixer streamer. However, the thing is, if you're a Mixer streamer right now, is Mixer enough? If you had the opportunity to stream on Mixer, on Twitch, and on YouTube, or let's just say for example you had the option to stream on Mixer and Twitch, most likely they're not going to be streaming on Twitch because, well, Mixer is trying to take over from those platforms, and Microsoft owns Mixer. So most likely Microsoft is gonna be holding out. They're gonna be, hey, look, you own an Xbox, you stream on Mixer. If you want to stream on YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff, you're gonna have to buy a decent enough PC, and you're gonna have to buy a capture card. It's just as simple as that. So that's where my decision kind of lies. It's based on where I can stream. If I had an Xbox, like say for example, I had an Xbox Series X, and I'm streaming on Mixer. I'm kind of new to Mixer now, but if there is a way for you to clip images, I'll have to check that out. I'm not sure, but it's probably a way. There's most likely a way. I think they did added that where you can make your clips, and you start clipping and then you start re-uploading to YouTube. It's gonna, especially for a guy like me who doesn't stream that much on YouTube, it would be good, right? So that's one of the things that I definitely think that they definitely need to consider, which, as I said, based on the fact that Microsoft owns the Xbox brand and Microsoft also owns the Mixer brand, they would most likely not add their competitors to their console. Yes, they want to sell consoles. Yes, they want to push units. Yes, they want to ensure that they're trying to be as pro-consumer as they possibly can, but still in the same sense, they are trying to see if they can keep that, hey, look, if we sell 100,000 units day one, we can potentially get at least 50,000 people streaming on Mixer or watching on Mixer, because you can also view Mixer from your Xbox. So easy way to grow the Mixer platform right there. So that's one thing that they can do. But on the flip side, if the PlayStation 5 comes out and the PlayStation 5 has the ability to stream to YouTube, the ability to stream to Twitch, and also the ability to stream to Mixer, highly unlikely they're going to give you that ability to stream to Mixer, but say for example they give you the ability to stream to like Facebook Gaming or something like that. That is 3 streaming platforms that you now have the ability to stream to, which is gonna make a huge difference in this console war, because you now have the ability to one button stream to YouTube or Twitch, which is something that I've always argued about with the Xbox. You owning an Xbox, playing on Xbox, it's kind of hard for you to get content out there. You're gonna have to save the clips and then remove them and edit them, which is kind of what I do with a PlayStation, which isn't too much of a bad thing. But again, the whole problem kind of lies when you're on your Xbox and your friend with a PlayStation is streaming every single day before work, every single night after work, or every morning before school and every night after school, or throughout the entire summer, winter, or spring holidays. And they're getting content, they're getting views, they're growing their audience because they can easily stream with the tap of a button. But you're on an Xbox now and it's kind of difficult for you. Mixer with the smaller install base, not a lot of people, because consumers are kind of lazy. Not a lot of consumers are just gonna make the jump to Mixer. Again, it literally took Ninja to move to Mixer to get a lot of people to move to Mixer. So that's kind of where the thing lies now in terms of how content creators are going to select the platform that they go on. And when I say content creators, I'm not talking about the massive people who are like over 100,000 or over 50,000. I'm talking the smaller content creators, people who are under like 10,000. These are the people who, yes, they are making some set of income from their streaming platforms. And yeah, they do have the ability to, get as much as they can get. However, the big issue is with these people aren't gonna go out there and buy this platform, then buy a PC, then buy a capture card, then upgrade their setup, increase their internet, just so that they can start streaming, knowing damn well that they're not gonna make that money back within the first week or month of them streaming. Unless something drops that like ridiculously changes their channel, then it's just not gonna happen. I just don't see it as a realistic thing happening. But it's different with the PlayStation. One touch, start streaming, and there it is. Nextly, we have to talk about Nintendo. If Nintendo enters the next console, well, they're definitely going to enter the next generation. But what are they going to enter this generation with? They've already dropped the Nintendo 3DS line, so the 3DS is done for. They did the final hurrah when they did the new 3DS XL and the new 2DS XL, I believe it was, that they did. Nice pretty one. That was the final hurrah for the Nintendo 3DS, and then they're done with that now, and they're on to the Nintendo Switch, and they're pretty much going to work with the Nintendo Switch model moving forward. Now, there are rumors of a Nintendo Switch Pro. I'd have to see it first, or at least start getting some real evidence instead of people just saying, oh, Nintendo Switch Pro, Switch Pro, Switch Pro, because, you know, yeah, the next generation is about to start. Microsoft's unveiling their thing. Sony's unveiling their thing. Now it's Nintendo to unveil their thing. And yeah, everybody's going to have something to say. Everybody's going to have something to talk about. The Nintendo Switch Pro is most likely the next option. But what if Nintendo just completely builds a new system? I mean, yeah, the Switch Pro could be a more powerful version of the Nintendo Switch. However, here's the thing. Nintendo would have to make a huge gamble with this, because they probably learned from the mistake of the Wii U. They had the Nintendo Wii, one of the most popular consoles in the history of gaming, only matched by, I believe, the PlayStation 2 and probably the original Game Boy. So for them to decide to make this the Switch Pro and it being in the same, like, you know, lifespan, then that would be fine. That would be cool. If it is just a Switch Pro and it is not released within the same time frame as the next gen consoles, right? I do believe, I'm trying to see if I can remember. I remember that the Nintendo Wii U was actually the first console in the console generation with the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. So I believe the Nintendo Switch now would actually be the version, or am I getting that wrong? I'm not sure. But however way it went, if Nintendo is going to come out with another console to be a competitor to them, I think what they might do is probably just release a Switch Pro just for a year, just to see how it goes. And then from there, then they might, you know, consider doing the other Nintendo Switch or the newer version of their console. And that console, they too also have to think about if they can get people to stream. And that's something that Nintendo needs to get down. They need to get down voice chat, and they need to get down streaming. It is hard to own games like Super Smash Bros. And Mario Brothers and not be able to stream that to your audience unless you have a capture card. Like, they got rid of that whole Nintendo partnership thing where you had to be a partner with Nintendo in order to place or to stream or upload Nintendo content. I'm glad they did that. I still get copyright for Fire Emblem Heroes. That's why I don't upload content for it. Again, shout out to Larry for doing that. But they definitely need to get that sorted out. They need to get with the times and realize that the more people that are able to stream games from your platform is the more people are able to see it. The more people are able to see it is the more people get interested. The more they get interested is the more they want to buy it. The more they want to buy it is the more they actually go out and buy it. And that's something that they have to take hugely into consideration. So right now, the three factors that will dictate which of the new next generation consoles is going to be the best seller will come down to: one, the pricing. If there is a huge difference in the pricing, and I think that's kind of why Microsoft is holding off on their pricing and why Sony hasn't announced their pricing. Sony's always trying to be the cheaper alternative, so I think they're probably just waiting to see if Microsoft is going to go like, oh, it's $599, and then they go, oh, it's $499. I think that's probably what they're going to be doing. So honestly, pricing being one of the biggest factors. Second factor is how easy it is to get content out on these different streaming platforms and streaming services, as I do realize that they do realize that streaming on YouTube, getting content out on YouTube is a easy way to promote your brand, and they are doing a lot more of that as of lately. And then the final one being if they can actually put out titles that can hold up at the beginning of this launch. You have to get titles out there that people are so eager to play and want to put out there and want to play, put out there on their channel, that they are willing to just completely abandon the previous generation of games. Fortnite goes on a break for a week or two, and these games kind of just take over the trending page until, you know, the hype kind of dies down, and then people start going back to Fortnite again. That's something that will definitely influence that. And once Microsoft and Sony actually works these things out, that is definitely what's gonna make the huge difference. Not just for me as a person who is fairly middle class and isn't gonna spend a lot of money on gaming, but also for the people who do have that extra cash in their pocket and is willing to spend money on gaming. They're gonna choose wisely, because they have to get the most out of their buck and also the most content for their buck. Doesn't make sense to spend money if you're not gonna make it back as a content creator. As a casual gamer, things get a little bit different, but won't touch on that. I think this video is long enough already. So who do I think will win? If they keep things the way they are now, where Sony has that edge in streaming and content, the way to get content from the system onto a different platform, I definitely think Sony will have the advantage. But if Microsoft reworks this thing, and if Mixer picks up the way that it's expected to pick up, then Microsoft might have this edge. But for right now, I'm going to give that to Sony. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment if I said anything that you disagreed with, anything that you agreed with. If you have any thoughts on the subject and what you guys think about this whole thing, this whole next generation, if you guys are excited, if you have anything that you want to add to the conversation, again, comment section is right down there. And if you want more videos like this, let me know. And if you want different content, gaming content, there will be playlists all around this. That's it, guys. It's Triple S Storm. Stay one but turbo. Take care.